Welcome to TikTok Shop Insiders Podcast, your source for actionable news, trends, and strategies. If you want to build a thriving brand or creator presence on TikTok Shop, this is your essential listen. Let's get started.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the TikTok Shop Insiders Podcast, your source for the latest news and strategies for TikTok Shop. It's been a long time. Hi, everyone. My name is Ivan. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining in. It means a lot. Reading some of the comments and the feedback, getting a ton. I was on a call last week where a seller was just listening to the podcast and made a lot of sales through what he learned from the podcast. So that's always kind of super assuring and kind of a proof of concept that like my content that I'm putting out is affecting people and, making them better sellers. So again, thank you for joining in. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a review if I've been somewhat helpful. Always helps me to kind of look at what those look like, any ways for me to improve, and then kind of, great feedback and kind of getting the word out there. So appreciate all the listeners and, thank you for all that. Some latest for me, let's see. So I got back from Hawaii last week, a trip with the family. It was our spring break, and that was a good little reset. That was pretty fun. Kids had fun. We visited my wife's family's from Hawaii, so we visited her family, and he had the grandpa has a farm over there. So it was real cool seeing the kids kind of like pick the peanuts. He's planting peanuts, so picking peanuts, messing with the ducks, all that good stuff. So that was fun. I think another thing is I kind of unplugged during my time there, and the team on this side did a fantastic job. All the clients are well taken care of, no fires. I was always available, but very limited kind of communication from them. So awesome to see, once you step away that the show goes on. So greatly appreciative of the team. I think you're listening. I think you guys listen to the podcast, so appreciate you guys. Came back this week and signed 2 new clients, 8-figure brands, doing their thing on Amazon and DTC, and want to take a stab at TikTok Shop. So a lot of good news all the way around. And, I love that. Another update is Affiliate Academy HQ, the other podcasting community that I have going on, doing pretty awesome as well. Onboarding hundreds of affiliates each week. It's great, right? And so the idea behind that one is, okay, well, let's get instead of every new client trying to find affiliates for them, let's create a community of existing affiliates. And then as new brands come along, it's easier for us to kind of onboard affiliates. So that's been working great. And, building a community, I think it's where it's all at this point in TikTok Shop, and, taking them from, on the brand side, taking them from, arm's reach creator all the way to kind of like bringing them in the fold and giving them more information about the brand, deals, etc. So creating a community around your brand on TikTok Shop is definitely a key. Another kind of exciting announcement that I have, I don't know how much I can kind of relay here, but it's something I've been the most excited about ever since finding out about TikTok Shop, I think, right? So that's kind of in the works, and super excited about it. And then I'll let you guys know. I'll kind of throw items here and there. You'll be the first ones to know when it launches, but I'm working on something pretty cool. That's kind of like the latest and greatest from me. We always like to start the show with news and updates around TikTok Shop. It's been quite a minute since we came back, but since we talked last, but hopefully you kind of get these news bits in a quickly fashion. The latest piece of news, which is kind of expected but kind of sucks, is TikTok Shop is deprecating their co-funded free shipping on May 29. So before, if your orders are over $30, TikTok would co-fund free shipping, but it's not free anymore, right? So May 29, they're gonna go away with that. So keep an eye out for that. Kind of sucks. Yeah, I kind of knew that, right? They're not gonna fund free shipping forever, but yeah, I think next step is they're gonna increase their commission, TikTok's commission, from 8% upwards of 10%, 15%. So, but yeah, just kind of TikTok showing that it's proven itself, attracting sellers, and kind of going away with those items as time goes on. Small update here, but refundable samples. Before, you could have a sample that's sent out to an affiliate, and some of the criteria that the affiliate would have to do is GMV generated or number of pieces of content created, right? And so you can choose either or. You can either make one piece of content or $1 GMV, but they're doing away with content-based refunds, right? So, before, post 3 pieces of content and you get, your refund, refundable sample kind of price back. But they're doing away with that. They're making it only sales performance now, right? So, you have to have sales attributed to it. I imagine it's because people are just posting videos and not caring what the content is. And now, that's kind of abused, right? You post 3 pieces of nothing content, you get a product for free. So I think I love the sales performance, and we were utilizing sales performance as well in our refundable samples, right? Because it doesn't really matter how many pieces of content you post if they're not great, right? You want to have high quality content. Up next, kind of another quick one is TikTok Shop is launching all over the globe, right? A couple months ago, it was expanding throughout Europe, and then recently it's expanding to Japan. So, as it's proving itself in all these marketplaces, it's kind of getting bigger and bigger, right? So definitely excited for that and what's on the horizon. I've actually had a couple people from Spain reach out to me and say, hey, just want to tap your shoulder on TikTok Shop Spain and, figure out what's good for us and, if there's something here. So it's exciting to hear kind of the TikTok Shop wave taking over the world. So yeah, up to the main part of this podcast, I wanted to talk about, affiliates and how to find affiliates, right? And a little story here is I had a conversation with a seller, and it's becoming clear to me that a lot of the people that listen to this are, newer sellers, right? They're obviously not all big brands, but like, how can newer sellers make an impact and sell well on TikTok Shop, right? And a problem that they were having is like, okay, well, if they have products that they want to have affiliates promote, versus like a product coming from Johnson and Johnson brands and big huge brands, like they're going to promote those bigger brands. But what are some other ways other than bots and automation that these smaller brands can find affiliates, right? And so I have here 8 different ways of finding affiliates outside from bots and automation, right? All of them have their kind of pros and cons of how hard it is, how easy it is, how impactful it is, and I'll be going through that. So I'll run through the list real quick. But number 1 is paid UGC communities. Number 2 is Twitter and X. 3 is affiliate communities like Brands Meets Creators, Creators Corners, and other Discord groups. Number 4 is using Callow data and sniping competitors' affiliates. And then number 5 is your own brand's social media posts. And 6 is Facebook groups of affiliates. And number 7 is TikTok comments. Number 8 is AI tools. So I don't know how many I said before, but these are the 8 things that you can do other than bots and automation to find affiliates for their brand. And I will say, I've tried majority of these, and I have kind of gotten affiliates through each one of these, right? And so they do work, but I'll go into kind of what's some pros and cons behind them, right? And so number 1 is a paid UGC community. I have a friend, owner of Incense. Incense is INSENSE.pro. He's a great guy, and his website basically connects brands with UGC creators, right? And so brands needed influencers to create videos for Instagram and high quality videos, and this is like a marketplace between the two. Well, he added a TikTok Shop feature to their affiliates, right? Like, of your affiliates in my network, which ones are TikTok Shop affiliates? Okay, let's connect them now, right? So the pros for these are like, okay, these are creators, they already know how to sell, they already have a profile, you can look and they're vetted and they affiliate mindset already, right? But like what I don't like about this platform is it's pretty expensive, right? And so you need a monthly fee. I think it's a couple $100, $200 to $400, whatever the monthly fee is, and then you have to pay the affiliate per video. And traditional UGC creators are going to charge relatively higher than for a video, right? I've seen affiliate UGC affiliate charge $10,000 for one video. And then, most of them on the platforms like $100 or $25. I think just a lot of money per video, right? Whereas you do bots and automation, you're only charging, you're only charging for commissions, right? And so there's no flat fee. But this is a way of like kind of paying your way to get these affiliate videos, right? If you can't get them through bots and automation, you can pay your way to get it, but still relatively expensive, right? And we all know, like, if you pay $100 per video, TikTok Shop is a numbers game, right? You want to have as many pieces of video, and if you pay $100 for a video, that's pretty expensive, right? So that's like a pro and con there to find affiliates. Up next is Twitter and X. So I've definitely gone to Twitter. I think there's a hashtag of like TikTok Shop affiliates and derivations of that. But you actually just follow, interact, DM these affiliates, right? And say, hey, I have this brand. Would you be interested? And it's obviously time consuming and can't do it at scale. But, if you're thinking about like a small brand that's not getting a lot of traction on TikTok, the platform, then you might want to look at Twitter and see what pops out from there. So we have, have relationships with affiliates on Twitter. We've started relationships and it's been okay, but again, like not scalable, right? It's very time consuming. You kind of have to, it's more longer road. You have to find them on Seller Center, then connect with them there, et cetera, right? So it's a great, it's free, it's simple, it's quick, but it's not necessarily scalable per se, right? Up next is affiliate communities like Brands Meets Creators and Creators Corner, right? So if you're on TikTok at all, you know that there's a bunch of creator communities out there, right? So it's like they're an affiliate and they say, hey, I learned how to be an affiliate through this program. And this program teaches a whole bunch of affiliates on how to sell, right? And so they have hundreds of members, thousands of members, tens of thousands of members, right? And they're all learning how to sell on TikTok Shop. Well, you as a brand can now reach out to the community and say, hey, hey, Brands Meets Creators, let me, can you promote my product? Well, they charge for that connection, right? So Brands Meets Creators will say, hey, I'll do it for, I think, a couple $1,000s, whatever it may be. I think last I heard it was like $4,000 for a brand to feature their product over there, right? And so that's great and all, right? So you as a brand are paying $4,000, or don't quote me on that, but a high amount to get your product in front of their affiliate community, which is great. That's, they're teaching them how to make videos and sell your product, right? But that money is kind of, that's a lot of money, and that's only for the affiliate videos. But what is wrong here is that they're not taking care of the shop, right? There's promotions that need to be made. There's optimizations on the listings and all that, right? And so for that amount of money, you can essentially be a client for us, right? You could get the affiliate outreach videos made and get the shop management and get the ads management, right? So kind of. It's rather expensive. I mean, I guess if you're a brand, you're doing all that, then that's a good option. But I think trying to make it, it's kind of a expensive route. It's only for affiliates, right? It doesn't have like the marketplace in mind, right? Optimizations and kind of ads, right? Those are huge pieces, right? They're only focused on the affiliates, right? There's not a lot of like marketplace management that happens here. So affiliate communities are great. They do teach a lot. Maybe consider it like phase 2 of, if you need more affiliates, but actually not even, because when we're successful in phase 1, it's easy to get phase 2, kind of more affiliates. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth a try to see if it works for your brand. But again, if you're looking for complete channel management, it's like you could probably pay an agency to do that. Competitive sniping through Callo data. So number 4. So what I did before was like, okay, let me go to Callo data. Let me look at my competitors on there, and let me look at their top affiliates. Get their information, their DM, their TikTok, their Instagram, their email, compile that list, and reach out to each of these people. Because the theory is if they make videos, high selling videos of other product in your category, well, they can make high selling videos of your product, right? And so that's a way of reaching out to them. Obviously, not super scalable, but when you're at a point where you don't have any or you don't have a high quality, that's some place to look, right? Using Calidate as a tool, find high quality affiliates and then reach out to them, right? So number 5 is your own brand's social media posts, right? So your Instagram, your TikTok, right? And so one way to do this is go to your Instagram and say, hey, do we have any followers that are TikTok Shop affiliates, or do we have like any TikTok Shop affiliates? And that'd be great, because who better than someone who follows your brand to be a TikTok Shop affiliate? So a brand that we onboarded, we use a social media post and we got some affiliates, right? And they're really diehard fans of the brand. They use it all the time. Well, great. Let's have you be an affiliate. It's like a no-brainer. So yeah, go into your own brand social media post, and or going to your brand, posting on social media saying, hey, do we have any affiliates, fans of our product? Super loyal. Obviously not as scalable, but that one affiliate is probably worth a dozen kind of random affiliates, right? Some other way, this is the very, very beginning, but they're on Facebook, there are groups of TikTok Shop affiliates. There's dozens of groups with thousands of members in there, right? And they all are TikTok Shop affiliates. Well, you can post in there or reach out to the moderator and ask them to, what's it going to take to promote my product? And then, they'll give you a fee. So similarly to the other creator groups. But something that you could also do, which I've done before, is message the people in the group individually. And that's obviously not super scalable, but you could do that, right? If it's a group and they're pretty active, you can see their profile. You can go to these Facebook groups, you can go DM these people that are in that group and kind of to ask them to work on your product, right? And I know that happens a lot. So Facebook groups, go to Facebook, search for TikTok Shop affiliates, be active in there, comment. You can figure out who's really moving the needle. I know they post their GMV generated, so you can kind of take a look. Oh, this guy did 100,000 last month. Let's reach out to them, right? So it's a kind of a gray hat way of finding them, but I guess these, like, again, this is not like a tried and true. You should definitely do all these, but if you're kind of looking for these kind of extra ways to find affiliates, like this might be something to look for. TikTok comments, right? And so you as a user, as you're browsing TikTok and you see these affiliates that look really good, well, message them on the comments, right? Instead of using bots and automations and DMs and email, comments are huge, right? And so if you, and I know most affiliates do read all their comments. So if you like a video, if you like their style, just say, hey, I love your style, we're this brand, would you like to be an affiliate for us? What I mean? And that's a great way of finding these affiliates on TikTok and TikTok Shop. So yeah, next is 8 AI tools. This is something we've toyed around with, haven't had much success on it. I know it's probably like going to be what everyone's doing in 1, 2, 6 months, whatever it may be, or 6 months, 1, 2 years. But yeah, using AI tools like Make UGC AI. Basically, I don't know if you've seen this, but using AI, they can hold your product as if it was there. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like an avatar of someone holding your product, and then you can write a script and have them speak accordingly. So yeah, AI tools, like, again, we've tried it for sure, but we haven't seen much success. But I know that this is, actually there is an account out there that's killing it with AI. It's like, I forgot, it's a Moringa. So their top like 10 products are all AI. I'm sorry, their top 10 videos are all AI. So there's definitely people out there that are utilizing AI to promote their products to the tunes of millions of dollars. So yeah, I take that back. I haven't had success, but there are lots of brands out there that are seeing success with AI shoppable videos. So definitely take a look at that. Make UGC? Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, Make UGC. Sorry for the pause. But yeah, makeugc.ai is kind of the one I see all over the place. Take a look at that. And then, yeah, I would also say if you see a video that's popping and it's obviously AI, I would go to the profile and see what other videos they're making, right? Someone's definitely taking advantage of that. as you know, TikTok Shop is like a numbers game. I look at every video as like a lottery ticket, right? Any one of those tickets, any one of those videos can hit that lottery. It can get millions of views, hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales. So the more you have out there, the better. And then obviously AI is a catalyst to making more videos. So, if you can master the creation of video making through AI, you can manufacture a lot of tickets essentially, right? So AI tools is definitely a way to go. Requires some mastery. It's like a language of its own. So something to think about and test out for sure. I haven't figured it out yet. If you figure it out, let me know. Or if you figure it out and you want to be a guest on this show, would love to kind of get you on. So yeah, that concludes it for today as far as like the 8 ways to find affiliates outside of bots and automation, right? So again, number 1, paid UGC communities like Incense. Number 2 is search for them on Twitter and X using TikTok Shop hashtags, etc., or TikTok Shop affiliate hashtags. Number 3 is affiliate communities. Number 4 is using Callo data and sniping some of your competitors. 5 is your own brand social media. 6 is Facebook groups for affiliates. Number 7 is TikTok Shop or TikTok comments, messaging your ideal affiliates through them, and AI tools, kind of mastering that. So yeah, that concludes kind of this episode of TikTok Shop Insiders. Again, appreciate everyone listening. Leave a review if you can, and that's it. Catch you next time. Thanks everyone.